It all kicked off with this hummin' vibration, the kind that makes the pickle jars rattle right off the shelves in the Three Brothers General Store. Old Tom Brown, he followed that sound out to a back shed, and what did he find? A contraption that looked for all the world like a brass moonshine still, but when you touched it, it felt like it was made of pure starlight. Doc Holliday leaned in real close to get a look at the dial, and Cousin Rosemary started wiping the dust off a big lever. Just then, tiny little Sugar, the Siamese cat, let out this sharp, commanding yowl. Her blue eyes started to glow, her tail gave a twitch, and before Tom could even get the words "Bull Shoals" out of his mouth, the whole world outside turned into a crazy blur of silver and gold. When the hummin' finally stopped, they sure weren't in Arkansas anymore. They were standing in this lush, green courtyard, surrounded by stone spires that looked like they were trying to poke a hole in the sky. "Lord have mercy, Tom," Rosemary whispered, gripping her lantern tight. "I don't think we're in Marion County anymore." That's when a man with a beard as long and white as Tom's, but dressed in these deep velvet robes, stepped forward. Behind him stood a king in polished silver armor, and this dark, silent knight who looked like a shadow made of iron. "I am Merlin," the wizard said, and his eyes were just twinkling with ancient magic. "And you have arrived just in time for the feast, Mr. Brown." King Arthur himself stepped up, his eyes wide, as he looked at the giant man in denim overalls and the tiny kitten perched on his shoulder. "I have fought many battles," the king said, "but I have never seen a man as mountain-like as you, or a creature as blue-eyed and regal as that sentinel on your shoulder." Doc Holliday, cool as you please, tipped his black hat. His silver-headed cane made a little tapping sound on the cobblestones. "A pleasure, Your Majesty. We've come a long way for a visit, and I hear your table is round enough for even a giant like Tom to find a seat." They spent the whole day in the grand halls of Camelot. Tom ended up trading stories about the Ozark Bluffs with the Black Knight, while little Sugar sat right in the middle of the round table, staring at the Holy Grail with this calm Siamese dignity. Rosemary even gave Merlin a few pointers on how to keep a wood stove burning hot through a long, cold winter. When it was finally time to leave, Merlin gave the time machine a tap with his staff. In a flash, they were right back on the porch of the general store, the familiar Ozark sun warming the old wood. Old Grumpy the Buzzard was waiting for them, looking at them like he'd been to Camelot and back himself. Tom reached deep into his overalls and pulled out a sleeve of Oreos, handing the first one to the Berg. "Knights and wizards are fine for a story, Doc," Tom rumbled, his shaggy beard twitching with a grin. "But they don't have double stuffs, and they sure don't have the peace of a Three Brothers porch. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures."